Learners, we are now in our fifth week in Music and Arts, entitled Traditional and Modern Expression in Asian Folk Arts, Music, Dance, Visual Arts, and Theater Arts. Traditional expression in Asian folk arts denote the enduring artistic techniques and themes passed down through generations, embodying cultural heritage and societal values. These encompass diverse art forms such as music, dance, visual arts, and theater, reflecting the richness and diversity of the Asian cultural identity. So pag sinabi po natin traditional expression in Asian folk arts, ito po ay napapass down through generations, mapa-old techniques or old styles pa po yan. And si traditional expression ay nagpapakita ng cultural heritage ng mga pamana ng kultura and also the societal values. So kasama po dito si music, si dance, si visual arts, and si theater. And also the traditional expression reflects the richness and the diversity of the Asian identity. Modern expressions in Asian folk arts encompass contemporary interpretations and innovation of traditional artistic forms, reflecting evolving cultural contexts and influences. They often integrate new technologies, global perspectives, and individual creativity while still preserving elements of heritage and tradition, contributing to the ongoing vitality and relevance of Asian cultural identity. So pag sinabi po nating modern expression in Asian folk arts, ito po ay tumutukoy sa contemporary interpretations. Ito po ay tumutukoy sa mga makabagong paraan ni artist para maipahayag yung traditional art or yung sining na kanyang ginagawa. And also, the modern expression shows or nagpapakita po siya ng mga new innovations while keeping the heritage alive. Si modern expressions po ay gumagamit na po ng mga new technologies tulad ni digital tools, ni media, and ni design. So, modern expression, influenced by the global perspective and cross cultural ideas, it also highlights the individual creativity of modern artists and still it preserves the tradition while making it relevant today. And it helps to keep Asian cultural identity strong and alive. So now we have subtopic 1, Mongolian Kume, throat singing, and Indonesian gamelan, icon dance drama, and Korean fan dance. Mongolian Kume throat singing. Mongolian Kume is a form of throat singing as it characterized by its unique technique of reducing multiple pitches simultaneously through controlled manipulation of the vocal folds. It encompasses the various styles such as Karkira, Sikit, and Karkira, each distinguished by different vocal timbres and overtones. Kume often accompanies traditional Mongolian music, reflecting the nomadic lifestyle and spiritual connection to the vast landscape of Mongolia. So, pag sinabi po nating Mongolian Kume, ito po ay type ng throat singing. So, bakit po ba unique or kakaiba or naiiba si Mongolian Kume? Kasi po, si singers ay kayang mag-produce ng two or more sounds at the same time. Then also, gumagamit din po sila ng control of vocal cords para makagawa pa po ng kakaibang tunog, para makalikha pa ng mga kakaibang tunog. So, meron pong binanggit dyan na tatlong different styles si Mongolian Kume. So una, meron tayong tinatawag na karkira. Ito po yung deep growling sound. Ibig sabihin malalim at parang ungol po. Next is sikit. So siya naman po ay high-pitched whistle-like tone. Siya po ay mataas na parang sipol. Next we have kargira. Very low siya. Rumbling ang sound. Ibig sabihin po mababa at malakas po yung ugong. So karaniwan po ah, kasama po ito sa traditional Mongolian music nila, itong tatlo na yan. So it reflects the, the nomadic lifestyle and spiritual bond with nature and Mongolian landscape. Indonesian gamelan is a traditional ensemble music consisting primarily of percussive instruments such as metallophones, gongs, drums, and bamboo flutes. It features intricate interlocking rhythms and melodies, often guided by a cyclic structure called gong cycles. Gamelan music is deeply intertwined with Indonesian culture and is used in various ceremonial, religious, and artistic contexts across the Indonesian archipelago. So, si Indonesian gamelan po, tulad ng sabi ko ng mga nakaraan, siya po ay traditional ensemble music mula saan? Mula po sa Indonesia. So, ang kadalasan po nilang ginagamit ay yung mga percussion instruments tulad po tulad ni metallophones, ni gongs, ni drums, tsaka ni bamboo flutes. And si Indonesian gamelan po ay kilala for its interlocking rhythm and cyclic patterns. Yung gong cycles po yun. Ano ibig sabihin po? Magkakaugnay po yung rhythm na ginagamit nila. Magkakasama at paulit-ulit po na tumutugtog or tinutugtog. So, kailan po ba tinutugtog si Indonesian gamelan? So, tinutugtog po siya or piniplayed po siya sa mga ceremonial, religious, and yung mga artistic events. And si Indonesian gamelan po ay strongly connected sa Indonesian culture. Next, we have Thai condensed drama. Thai condensed drama is a classical dance form in Thailand characterized by elaborate costumes, stylized movements, and intricate hand gestures known as mudras. It often depicts stories from Thai mythology, history, and literature, with the performers portraying various characters, including gods, heroes, and mythical creatures. Kont is traditionally performed as part of royal ceremonies, festival embodying the rich cultural heritage and traditions of Thailand. So pag sinabi po nating Thai condensed drama, ito po ay classical dance na mula sa Thailand. So it features elaborate costume and stylized movement. So nagsusuot po sila ng mga magagarang kasuotan or costumes. So gumagamit din po sila ng mga intricate hand gesture. Ang tawag po doon ay mudras. So karaniwan yung kuwento or yung story ni Thai condensed drama ay mula sa mga Thai mythology, sa history, and sa literature. Then, yung mga characters po ang nakapaloob doon ay gods, heroes, and mythical creatures. Then, si Thai condensed drama ay traditionally na pine-perform in royal ceremonies and festival. So, sumisimbolo po ito ng mayamang kultura at saka tradisyon ng kaharian ng Thailand. Next, we have Korean fan dance. The Korean fan dance is a traditional folk dance characterized by graceful movement and the use of fans made of bamboo or silk. Performers create fluid, flowing patterns with the fans, symbolizing elements of nature, harmony, and feminine grace. Originating from Korean folk tradition, and fan dance is often performed during celebrations, festival, and cultural, reflecting the cultural pride and artistic heritage of Korea. So, pag sinabi natin Korean fan dance, ito po ay traditional Korean folk dance. So, mula po saan? Siyempre, sa Korea. So, si Korean fan dance ay gumagamit ng mga fans or mga pamaypay na gawa sa bamboo, gawa sa kawayan, or gawa sa silk, sa tela. So, yung movements po ni Korean fan dance ay graceful, smooth, and flowing, mahinhin po at maayos. Then yung mga fan forms pattern po nila ay tumutukoy sa nature, sa harmony, and sa feminine grace. So nabanggit ko kanina na si Korean fan dance ay originated from Korean folk traditions. And kadalasan, pine-perform po si Korean fan dance tuwing may festival, may celebrations, and may cultural events. So si Korean fan dance ay nagpapakita ng Korean cultural pride and artistic heritage. So, panoorin lang po natin si Mongolian Kumei. Next, we have gamelan, recorded in Kalat, Bali, Indonesia in 1985. Next, we have Thai dance drama. Okay, let's move on to Korean fan dance. Let's move on. We have subtopic 2, Theater and Visual Arts, Mongolian Khmer throat singing, and Indonesian Gamelan Taekwondo dance drama, and Korean fan dance. So we have Chinese brush painting. Chinese brush painting is characterized by its use of brush strokes, ink, and paper to create harmonious composition that emphasize simplicity, spontaneity, and symbolism. Key elements include controlled brushwork, expressive use of ink washes, and incorporation of traditional motifs, landscape, flowers, bird, and often reflecting themes of philosophy and spirituality. Okay, pag sinabi natin Chinese brush painting, ito po ay gumagamit ng brush strokes, ink, at saka ng paper. Ang focus po nito or ang kaniyang theme ay simplicity, kababaang loob, kusang loob, and symbolism. So ano po yung mahalagang katangian ni Chinese brush painting? So una, meron siyang controlled brushwork. So precise po yung strokes. Then pangalawa, ink washes. Si ink washes po ay tumutukoy kung gaano ka-light or ka-dark yung shades or yung kulay. Then lastly is the traditional motif. So ito po yung mga tumutukoy sa design. Ito po ay halimbawa landscapes, flowers, birds, tsaka calligraphy. And kadalasan po si Chinese brush painting, ang themes po niya ay nature, philosophy, and spirituality. Next, we have Japanese woodblock painting. Japanese woodblock painting, or ukiyo-e, is known for its intricate woodblock printing technique, vibrant colors, and detailed composition. Key elements include precise carving of wooden blocks to create multiple layers of color and texture, capturing scene of everyday life, landscape, and courtesan. Ukiyo-e often employ bold lines and rich pigments to convey mood and emotions, with prints showcasing a balance of realism and stylization unique to Japanese art. So, sa Japanese woodblock painting, isa po siyang traditional Japanese art form na gumagamit ng woodblock printing. So, paano po ba? Ano po ba ang paraan ni Japanese woodblock painting? Si Japanese woodblock painting ay inuukit po siya to layer different colors and textures. So, ano naman pong style ni Japanese woodblock painting? So, gumagamit po siya ng bold lines, tsaka vibrant pigments, tsaka balance realism. So, ano pong purpose niya? Anong layunin niya? Para po, syempre, ma-show or maipakita yung mood, yung culture, and yung emotion ng visual form. Tapos, nakalimutan ko lang pala, ang subject po ni Japanese woodblock, palagi po siyang tumutukoy sa everyday life, sa landscapes, sa kabuki actors, and also sa courtesan. Next, we have Indonesian wayang kulit, or shadow puppetry, is characterized by intricately cut leather puppets manipulated behind a backlit screen to create dynamic and vivid shadow play. Key elements include traditional stories drawn from Hindu epics like Ramayana and Mahabharata, accompanied with music and narrated by skilled known as dalang. Performances often blend humor, drama, and moral lessons, serving as means of entertainment, education, and cultural preservation in Indonesian society. Okay, si Indonesian wayang kulit. So, saan po siya nagmula? Syempre, sa Indonesia. Si wayang kulit ay Indonesian shadow puppetry na gumagamit ng mga cut leather puppets. So, yung puppets po ay pinapakita behind the backlit screen or backlit cloth para po mag-create ng shadow or ng anino. So, yung story ni Indonesian wayang kulit ay mula po sa Hindu epics tulad ni Ramayana at ni Mahabharata, and si wayang kulit ay ina-accompanied ni gamelan music or yung traditional Indonesian ensemble. So, nabanggit din dyan si Dalang. Si Dalang po, siya po yung puppeteer, siya yung nag-narrates, siya yung kumukontrol sa puppet itself. So si Wayang Kulit ay halo ng humor, ng drama, and ng moral lesson. So, ano po bang purpose ni Wayang Kulit? So, siya po ay nagsisilbing entertainment, education, and also preserving the culture. Next, we have Chinese shadow puppetry. So, Chinese shadow puppetry is a traditional form of puppet theater characterized by intricately crafted leather puppets manipulated behind a translucent screen to cast shadow. Key elements include the use of specialized puppet depicting characters, mythology, folklore, and history, accompanied by music, narration, and sound effects. So, performances often combines moral lesson, cultural values, and historical narratives, serving as significant culture and artistic heritage in Chinese society. Okay, si China's shadow puppetry, isa po siyang traditional puppetry theater saan, syempre sa China. So, si China's shadow puppetry, sila po ay gumagamit ng mga leather puppets with detailed design. Opo, detailed design para po malaman yung pagkakaiba-iba ng characters. Then, si puppet po dito sa China's shadow puppetry ay also shown behind the translucent screen para gumawa ng shadows or anino. Tulad po ni Wayang Kulit. So, sa China's shadow puppetry ay nagte-tell ng story hango sa mythology, sa folklore, and also sa history. Then sa China's shadow puppetry po, pag pina-perform siya, may kasamang music, may kasamang narration, and also the sound effects. And si China's shadow puppetry, nag-share po siya ng moral lesson, ng aral. Nagbibigay din po siya ng cultural values, yung pagpapahalaga po ano sa kanilang kultura, and also the kasaysayan or their history. Then si China's shadow puppetry po ay isa po sa mga important part ng Chinese culture and art. Next, we have Japanese Noh theater. Japanese Noh theater is characterized by its minimalist stage design, poetic language, and stylized movement. Key elements include the use of masks to portray characters, slow, deliberate movements reflecting to the aesthetics of Yugen, or profound grace and subtlety. So a blend of music, chant, and dance, timeless and otherworldly atmosphere. Performances often explore themes of spirituality, nature, and the human condition, with stories drawn from Japanese folklore, history, and literature, making Noh theater a profound and enduring cultural tradition in Japan. Okay, pag sinabi natin yung Japanese Noh theater, saan po nagmula? Siyempre sa Japan. So, si Japanese Noh theater, kilala siya sa kaniyang minimalist stage design. Ibig sabihin, simpleng-simple lang yung mga design. Simple stage lang ang meron sila, no big props. So, yung mga actors ay nagsusuot po ng mga mask para mapakita or mapakilala yung mga characters or mga tauhan. Then, ang movements po nila ay very slow lang and deliberate para po ma-show nila yung grace and subtlety or yung yugen. So, yung kilos po nila ay very mabagal lang, maingat, maganda at malalim. So, yun po yung tinatawag na yugen. Then, sa Japanese Noh theater ay gumagamit ng pinaghalo-halong music, chanting, tsaka dance. Then, ang theme po nila ay tumutukoy sa spirituality, sa nature, and sa human condition. Then, yung mga stories po nila ay mula sa mga folklore or alamat, mula sa kasaysayan or history, and also sa mga panitikan ng Japan or ng mga Hapon. Yun po yung literature. So, si Japanese Noh theater ay nagkikreate ng mysterious and timeless atmosphere. Siya po ay nagbibigay ng mahiwaga at walang hanggang pakiramdam. So, thank you. That's all for today. Thank you so much.